Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the start of the brand new season here for iRacing of the GTE League. It's Season 7, round number 1 here at Spa Francorchamps. My name is King-Kodiak and I'll be one of your commentators throughout this evening's race. Joining me in the commentary box, I'm always happy to say, returning to my side for this season, it is the one and only StevieSQ.
Hello everybody, welcome along. You unmuted yourself on Discord a little, so I had no idea what you said.
Are you unmuted at the right time? I probably made you jump somewhat. Apologies there.
Yes. Yes, we're back. We are back for Season 7. We have had a huge amount of sign-ups. There is a secondary kind of reserve race going on at the same time as this. Not broadcast, unfortunately. But we are here. We have a new qualifying system, which is underway right now, and we have a whole new championship to look forward to.
We do indeed. 12 rounds in the season, starting here at Spa, 7 kilometres, 21 corners. We all know, any racing fan knows this circuit well. 19 degrees is pretty cold because, as you can quite clearly see, it is dark. It is very, very dark, and we are currently looking at Mike Scapers in that beautiful V3 liveried Ford. I love the glow. It's the glowing bits. I remember being equally as excited about the glow when we did. Oh, what was the dark race we did last time? Sebring?
Oh God, yes.
Yes,
I remember words.
Yes, I think it was Sebring that we did, and I was like, oh my God, that looks fantastic. So, quite a few returning names, some non-returning names, but as Stevie mentioned, a new qualifying format. The pros, which are now red in their flash on the side as opposed to purple we had last time, go out for the first 8 minutes, and then in the 9th minute the pro-ams come out, and the pros get to finish their lap and then get out of the way. And then the same thing from pro-ams to ams for the final 8 minutes of the session. There is our champion, Dan Sasolski. He's gone for the Porsche, which I'm very surprised to see. But he is still sporting the Alpine Stars Geodesic racing car. So no one's set a lap on the board, as you can quite clearly see. It takes a while to come around Spa, so pretty much everybody in the category has come out and got on with it, with the exception of, I can see Felipe Gaillard and Daniel Lindholt have gone on. They've spawned, but they shouldn't have done, should they? Because they're not pros.
They're sat in the pit lane.
They're sat in the pit lane. They're just kind of watching the proceedings go on. There is Mike Scapers. He's gone for the Ford this time around. A few interesting choices of cars, considering it was mainly BMW. Was a lot of BMWs last time around. A few Ferraris, a few Porsches scattered around, but two big championship antagonists being Scapers and Sasolski gone for Porsche and Ford.
Mr. Kodiak, your overlay is a little zoomed in.
I did it again. Yeah, forgot to change. Thank you, viewers. I remembered to have the right view for the intro and then forget to change it. Did it again. Right, that should be corrected now. So I can see that it is corrected on my OBS. I can get rid of that. So we have got Mr. Scapers out there in the 196 V3 Racing Ford. Beautiful beast that is. We have a returning Mr. Ross Woodford for Comrade Tepper Alliance. Oh, have the Tepper team and the Comrade team joined? Very nice. The number 178 Pennzoil coloured Ford. Very nice. Einar Marinsky. The HCR Majella Scuderia BMW has gone for this time in car number 184. Jarek Aroni. He is Ferrari for Satellite Racing number 113. Just coming through. Where is he? Blanchimont? He's down there. Quarter names are failing me. I've said it and doubted myself. It was Blanchimont,
Yeah.
There's Mr. Drexler. Where is he? He's coming into the bus stop. So what I'm going to do is follow Mr. Mike on board for a lap of the circuit for Huber Racing Esports, car number 189. Mike, the first to get the time on the board, or first to get a representative time on the board, immediately beaten by Derek Aroni. Nicely done, 2:10.7. As Mike comes through, Lesource starts to come down the hill, stays over to the right-hand side as the times are filtering in. As you can see, Dominic Gaydemer has jumped up to the top spot with a 2:10.697. Once again, really close between our competitors. And, oh wow, Mike, actually one of the slowest times have been set so far. Even my dogs are agreeing with that. Up and over Rally on to the Camel Straight, streaming on down towards Lacombe. Heavy on the brakes, sweeps through the first apex, keeps the car fairly stable. And sweeps through the third apex. There he goes. Gets a little bit squiggly on the exit, but keeps it going. And back down the hill for Bruxelles. Goes for a very early apex. Doesn't do the sort of cut in late option, which is absolutely fine. Over to the right. Sweeps through the corner I forgot the name of because it's no longer called No Name. I think we disagreed on whether it should have been called No Name or not. I vaguely remember.
I will always call it No Name.
Yeah, but it is so named and ingrained in our memories throughout the double left-hander of Pouon, continuing to come down the hill into campus. The other reason for me doing this is to test if I can actually remember all the corner names without referring to a track map. Into the chicane. Catches the first apex quite nicely, fairly close to the second one, doesn't run over that. Now, as a reminder, Spa is lethal for that dreaded track limit penalty. So we've seen quite a few drivers fall victim to that last time through Stavelot and heading towards Blanchimont once again. And again, apologies if you can hear my dogs, nothing I can do about them. Foot flat to the floor, stays, minimal amount of steering angle, then throws it in for the slightly tighter exit to Blanchimont, then heading towards the bus stop chicane over to the left-hand side. The apex has just disappeared into darkness. You really have got to time it right. Through, gets squiggly again on the exit of the bus stop chicane. What can Mr. Drexler do? Currently 9th with his previous lap, and was that invalid? It was an invalid lap from, he did look very wide actually, coming through Stavelot. So Mike only has, does he have time to set another lap?
Yes, if you start the lap in your qualifying period, you can finish it.
Aha.
But obviously there's going to come a point where, as is about to happen now, the next group are going to start queuing towards the end of the pit lane. They are going to sit there and we're going to wait 1 minute. And at the start of the 9th minute, they're going to come out and they're going to have 8 minutes to set their laps. So if the first group, if they've on their lap, they can finish it. But if you leave it right to the end, there are cars going to be coming out.
Well, you can see just about the blimp cam. You can actually see the Pro-Ams lining up at the end of the pit lanes. One of the, I don't know who that was that pulled over there. We just saw someone completing their lap. Look at all the Pro-Ams ready to go. They do not want to lose a single second. And again, here at Spa, you don't want to. It's such a long lap. If you make a mistake, it is going to be fairly costly. But Dominic Gaydemer at the top spot. He is in the Porsche this time. The Comrade Gaming Black 137. Jared Caroni, Satellite Racing 113 Ferrari in second. 46 thousandths behind. Dan Sasulski, our champion, is in the pits. His day is done. He will start no higher than third in the number 1 Alpine Stars Geodesic Racing BMW. Einar Marinsky 4. He's in the pits as well for Majella HCR Scuderia. Ross Woodford, his day is done in the Comrade Tepper Alliance 178 car. New name, Ivo Costa in the Ferrari for Black Eagle Racing. Pretty decent debut, jumping straight into the top category. Oh, Mr. Holstein's just jumped up to 6th. He's also in the Porsche. He's ditched his loyal Ferrari. He jumps back to the pits. And the Pro-Ams are now released. We will go through who we've got for them very shortly. Scapers is still out there. Claudio Klima, I did see a Porsche. Oh, Claudio, get out of the way. Yep, he does. He pulls over to the left, stays out of the way. Claudio Klima in 9th then in the 110 Alpine Stars Geodesic Racing Porsche. Carlos Vida 10.
The are underway.
They are indeed. So Carlos Vida 10, Nathan Parkinson 11, and Drexler in 12th. That's last of the pros. Oh my. And to put that in context, that's not even a second top to bottom in the pros. So, wow. And Gadimer is still going. So Gadimer and Scapers are still going. So where are they? Scapers, that's Stavolo. Gadimer, I think, has just gone through Blanchimont. Let's just have a look. Yep, that's the bus stop he's coming up to. Does he pull into the pits or does he complete the lap? He may as well complete the lap. And he does. We'll check in with our pro-am shortly. And over the line, does he improve? Answer is...
Oh, wow,
he did. That was another 2/10 he knocked off of that. So... Oh, Dominic Gadimer on fire in the Porsche. Now, there has been some tinkering iRacing side on that Porsche, so it could well be that a bit of balance of power going on. The Porsche hasn't really seen the top end of the field too much in the last season or two, so it could be interesting to see if the Porsche can really start to put a cat amongst the pigeons.
Absolutely. But this is the way this new system works. You've got to get, you have less time to get laps in. You only got 8 minutes. If you on a short track, you might get 2 or 3 laps. Here, you might get 1 or 2 if you are lucky. But it's the trade-off of when you queue. They get a minute queuing period, like we saw with the pro-ams. If you're right at the front, you're at the front. Yay! But then you're letting your tyres cool.
Yeah.
And when the track's this cold.
Oh my goodness! Look at Darker Nickel, and there is a lot of cars that he finds over there. Actually, right under the blimp. That's no good. If we get on the rear gearbox, look how many cars are in that area, and that is going to be a problem for our guys. As Ronnie Gibbons he just set a non-representative lap. So let's have a look at who is in our Pro-Am category this time around. Philippe Gaillard in the 267 VEC Sim Racing Cyan. Good to see VEC returning to the ranks. Ronnie Gibbons, as mentioned, in the 228 Alpine Stars Geodesic. He's not. That's not the normal Alpine Stars livery. Now there was a slight hiccup with the liveries, which we will get sorted for next week. It's not something we had time. We were aware of it slightly too late. So yes, we are aware that some of the liveries are going to be incorrect. Disclaimer: we know. We apologise for it. Nothing we can do about it right now. Scott McCracken, Mayala HCR Scuderia 208 Ferrari. Marvin Sluman, Lion Racing Team in the port. Actually, I can't see the rear wing. I could just about see AOR there.
Oh, who's that? That's had a spin. Sorry,
who was that?
Was that Daniel Page? It looked like.
Where's
yeah, he's backwards at no name.
That's not the ideal way of taking that. The Team Bushring Racing 219 Porsche. He gets himself back in a way. Big representation for the Pro-Ams this time. Christopher Pfeffer in the Visceral Racing Alpha. So the VSR number 263 Ferrari. He's lagging a little bit. Duncan Nicolin, V3 Racing Ford. I love the lighting on that car. You cannot miss that if you tried.
Yeah. It's a good-looking machine.
Very much so. Jeremy Hoppe. I assume he's in the pits. We're staring at the wall. Yep, he's back in the pits.
Mr. Hoppe, unfortunately, has a qualifying ban.
Not an ideal way to start the season.
No, but it was something he didn't get a chance to serve last season, so it carries over, unfortunately.
Yes, it does. Alex Bennett for Comrade Tepper Alliance, car number 250 in the Ferrari. Paolo Martins in that. I was admiring this skin before we came on air. Particularly the wheels. It's the wheels that kind of get my attention there. In the 299 Phoenix Motorsports Ferrari, Chris Bell returns to us. The HCR Mayela Yamagura. Okay, another team within a team. The 235 Ferrari, Krista Boychek stays with the Porsche. The VC Sim Racing no colour on you. 295 Porsche. Daniel Page, as mentioned in the Bushring Racing 219. Andrew Langham Service, BMW this time for him in the Alpine Stars Geodesic Racing 214. A few people have got a time on the board. Alex Bennett in the Conrad Taper Alliance 250 Ferrari. Ranu Luke also returns to us in the V3 Racing Gold 230 Porsche. Who else have we not mentioned yet? Krista Project. Can't remember if I mentioned him. Oh, yes, I did, because he hasn't got a colour on the end of his team name. Daniel Page, we saw having a bit of trouble earlier on. Flavian Foku is back in the pits without a time on the board. So the 291 VEC Sim Racing car is struggling somewhat.
Yeah, he probably won't get. No, he won't get time.
No, he won't.
Start a lap, so that's it, done. There's a lot more pressure on it now. You basically go for a few laps rather than. Oh.
That was someone having trouble at Puon. That was someone facing the wrong way, but I didn't get a chance to see who. As we're looking at Robin DeVille, privateer number 279 BMW. So I very rudely interrupted your flow there, sir. I am wholeheartedly apologise.
That's fine. I was just saying that it's they generally will now fuel for a few laps and just keep going whilst they've got the in their group session for their 8 minutes allowance. Whereas previously they might, in the 20 minutes they had previously, they might have done a lap, stop, done a lap, stop.
No such luxury this time as 9 minutes. So the time for the Pro-Am is running out. 9 minutes remaining of the quali session. Evan Imre for AOR Yellow in the 222 BMW. And finally Sarah Dove once again sticking with the affectionately purple coloured Ford. I think I commented last season that I don't think I've commentated on Sarah being in anything else. I think you mentioned she has been in a Ferrari in earlier seasons.
Yeah, she was in a Ferrari back a long time ago, back in season 1 or 2, I think. But she's got an affinity for the Ford. She likes the Ford, and she's stuck with it. She's been one that was really committed to it.
Wow! Ronnie Gibbons with a 211.4 has put himself 9th overall. And he's beaten quite a few people in the pros. And Alex Bennett has just jumped up and taken the Pro-Am pole, the 211.361, and as the camera stares at the wall. Well. Once again, we're seeing the Pro-Ams really mixing it with the pros, which is good to see. I think we've gone through everybody that is in the Pro-Am category. As the AMs should now be getting ready. Yeah, they're getting ready. You can see at the bottom of that particular shot. If we can catch someone there. Oh, there they go. Anthony Washington was close to the front of that particular pack. Now the AMs get underway. So we'll see what they are able to get on the board. So let's have a look.
Sarah was the last Pro-Am, by the way, to start a lap. So she will get to finish a lap because she's way up the road. But yeah, she's on. This is her last one.
Yeah, she's at the tail of the Pro-Ams at the moment with a 2:15.8. That's a fairly unrepresentative lap, I would say. She's coming through no name at the moment, heading down towards Puon. She will complete her lap. We'll keep an eye on that. Scott McCracken still pushing on as well. Currently 16th with a 2:11.8. So he will finish that lap. Oh, go on.
I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pro-Ams that did not set times.
Oh, that's going to be painful for them. Scott McCracken comes over the line with a nearly identical time that he did last time. He did a 2:11.8 again. So again, very nice and consistent there for Scott McCracken, but does not improve from 16th. Daniel Page is still out there. He's coming through Blanchimont, heading towards bus stop chicane. Once all the Pro-Ams are done, we will have a look at who is in the AM category. And again, there's a fair few of those. So we only have, am I right in saying we only have 12 in the Pro category this time? Or in this race, I should say?
Definitely Pro is the smallest category. But I think there are going to be some that move around. Maybe up, maybe down. Usually we would take a couple of rounds to basically do evaluations on everyone. But we decided this time we will just take a guess based off their iRating and see where we're going. And if we think they're in the wrong, we can switch them after a couple of rounds. But to start with, you get put into one.
So Marvin Slewin improved on his time. Sarah Dove did not, so she will remain in what is currently 25th. Let's have a look at our AMs then. Nick Domino returns to us for PCTC Motorsports, the 307 Ferrari. Our graphics and overlay guru once again in the session. Jürgen Kleiber returns to us as well for Frederick Hecker Racing, 342 BMW. He's being chased down the road by someone. Whoa, Jamie Smith, that's an enthusiastic way of taking La Source.
Jamie Smith, reigning AM champion.
So the Jamie Smith then in the 345 Privateer BMW, the one to beat in the blue category. Merlin Cooper, there he is for VC Racing in the 369 Porsche. Ben Hitchcock, Visceral Racing Alpha, the 366 Ferrari. Richard Fletcher also returns for us, the Privateer 344 Ferrari. Streaming on down towards... Where is he? That's Lecombe. Should have known that's the only straight that long in here in Spa. Thomas Combe, the V3 Racing Red 371 Ford. He's just started his time lap with 4 and a bit minutes remaining. Anthony Washington, Visceral Racing Bravo. So a few VSR representatives here. The 336 Ferrari. New contender. Oh, go on.
As I say, we've got the team that's really come on quite strong with amount of sign-ups. At this point, they're not far off rivaling SimRC. That's the throwback. VEC.
Well, SimRC are welcome.
They are. There was the one driver that was supposed to be signing up for them, but unfortunately he's not pull out. So.
But they can't drive the Formula 3. Well, they could try the Formula 3. I wouldn't recommend it, though. New entrants. Another new entrant to this league, Stephen Norman, in the 312 Visceral Racing Bravo Ferrari. Marcus Elanica returns to us in the Castrol liveried 324 Ford. Again with that lovely lighting on that one. Boy Williamson returns to us in the Privateer 356 Ford. Craig Parsons joins Domino in the PCDC Motorsports 343 Ferrari. Daniel Lindholtz in the LM Connection, new team name. The 333 Porsche. Chris Yardley, the Privateer 393 Ford. We also have Victor Matios in also LM Connection 304 Porsche. He's just about to cross the line. Let's see where he falls. A 212.2. Wow, he jumps up to 20th with that one. Actually, I'm just going to scroll if I can. Just going to scroll the list down if I can remember which button it is. I'm rusty.
Oh, what are you trying to scroll down?
Well, the top 17, I was going to scroll it down another. Oh, that one? No, that turns it off. Never mind. I've forgotten how to do it. I'll be shouted at by Dom, I would imagine. Unless that button's actually been taken away. We did have one, but...
I'm just having a look. I'm just seeing, have a look, see if it's been taken away.
Yeah, that button may be... Because we didn't use it very often, so to streamline our buttons here, I think it was actually taken away. So I was actually looking for a non-existent button. Never mind, Victor Matios, our current AM leader then, with a 212.2. He currently sits in 20th overall. Second, I believe, is Richard Fletcher. 344 Ferrari. What's the gap between the two? What is it, about 4 tenths between Matios and Fletcher, but still time for our drivers to improve on where they currently sit. Yeah, a lot of drivers, as you were saying earlier, Steve, a lot of people without a time on the board. So Jeremy Hoppe, Chris Bell, Andrew Langham Service, Flavian Foku, Evan Imre, Regis Lemique, who I didn't get I don't think I had a chance to say his name. Sebastian Reith-Muller, didn't say him, and Sylvia Moroni. Have we had a few late joiners?
Potentially, but this is the thing with this system is the classes rotate each week. So the pros were first this week, next week it'll be the pro-AMs, next week it'll be the AMs. And this is just so that if you say you're coming from work or you're coming from an, I don't know, if you're struggling to get home in time, you're not always messed up if you're meant to be in the first group. So it gives you a chance. So if anyone's a late joiner and they've missed their group, sorry, that's just how it goes. But next week you should be okay.
Oh, Ben Hitchcock's jumped up to second in class. He's only 0.03 of a second, 34 thousandths of a second indeed behind Victor Matios with a 212.240. Nicely done for the VSR 366 Ferrari. No one's in the Acme Racing skin anymore.
No,
I am sad.
Unfortunately, Mr. Kamke has left and I think took the Acme Racing.
Boo!
I took it with him.
A shame. Oh, I'm missing my favourite grinning Ferrari as well.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Howson did not sign up. Oh, Stephen Norman's just had a spin at La Source. But no, Mr. Howson did not sign up this season. So your favourite grinning Ferrari has also left.
Boo! I revolt. I knew I was revolting, but no, I will not stand. I don't have a choice, but there we go. Never mind. I mean, these skins look pretty damn nice already. Let's be quiet, especially in the with the accented lights going on. I love that the Union Jack on the top of Richard Fletcher's car as well. That's a nice touch. So
glad you can see it.
Well, I can only just see it, admittedly. We are. So the checker flag is out. Anyone on a lap can still finish it. Vitty Matios pulling over. He is still the AM poleman. Richard Fletcher, where is he? That is Stavelo. No, it's Campus, so he's coming up to Stavelo. So he will look to improve. Merlin Cooper up to third position. Just 31 thousandths off the back of Fletcher.
Fletcher's ruined his lap. He is well off into the...
Yep, that's the end of his day. Only 2 cars on track, Merlin Cooper and Jürgen Kleiber. Jürgen currently 30th overall, 4th in class? 4th in class, I think.
1, 2, 3. Yes, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5th.
5th. Okay. Oh, Daniel Lindholt. Yes. So, as mentioned, Matios is what a great effort for him. 20th overall. The current AM frontman with Hitchcock second. Fletcher third. Cooper. Goodness me, Cooper fourth. Not even a difficult name for me to say, and I'm still getting it wrong. Jürgen Kleiber has crossed the line, jumped up to 28th, right behind Cooper. Get the camera right. Here comes Merlin Cooper, the last car on track, and he is coming into the pits. So our grid will be confirmed. Like so. Dominic Gaydemer takes the first pole of the season for the Pro category. That incredible 2:10.475. Then it is Karoni, Sasulski, Marinsky, Woodford, Scapus, Holstein, Costa, Bennett taking the Pro-Am pole. Then Gibbons, Klima, Vila, Parkinson, Drexler, Nicolin, McCracken, Pfeffer, DeVille, Page, Matios, as mentioned, taking the AM pole. Hitchcock, Sluman, Guyard, Luke, Martins, Fletcher, Cooper, Kleiber, Parsons, Lindholt, Smith, Yardley, Zelenika, Debroicek, Williamson, Domino, Washington, Norman, and those that didn't set a time, did set a time, those behind her are Foku, Bell, Coombe, Langham Service, Hoppe, Imre, Lemique, and Riethmüller and Moraine.
Oof, that's a lot of drivers.
A lot of people for us to talk
about.
So, Mr. Stevie, take us through the alterations to the championship scorings and that side of things.
Okay, so we have drastically reduced the points system now. Previously, the points went from 1st to 25th, with 55 points for a win. Now we have scrapped the overall championship. So the only driver standard championships are the Pro, the Pro-Am, and the Am. However, classes are scored basically by the familiar Formula 1 and Formula E point system, which is 25 points for a win, 18 for second, 15 for third, and so on, all the way down to 10th place. This, however, means that not all drivers are going to be getting points. There is a team's championship, but still, it is an overall team's championship, and it is basically worked out using the old overall point system, but we won't be going into too much of that. We'll show you the team standings when we have them, but if the numbers look super inflated, it's because they're not using the class points, because otherwise about 10 teams might score points. With a 50-car grid only limiting to the top 10 would be a little unfair. So yes, it's a little different, but it means there's going to be a lot more focus on finishing and finishing well in your class. But we do have bonus points now for Pro-Am pole and Am pole and Pro-Am fastest lap and Am fastest lap. So there's not necessarily just the focus on the top 10 for that.
Awesome stuff. Okay, so waiting for everybody to grid up. We know this procedure by now, so once everybody has gridded, we will be taking on the remainder of the lap. Not a full lap. We are down by Blanchimont, by the judging by that. That's either Blanchimont or Campus. I can't quite see.
It's just before Blanchimont.
Okay, that was right first time. The blimp camera, as you can quite clearly see, just sees darkened trees. What have we got as a pace car this time?
It's a Porsche.
Ah.
Just an update as well, we do have a reduced fuel cap this season. We do have a 75% fuel cap, so they can only put up to 75% of fuel in the car compared to the 100% that you had last season. Basically, just see what happens when we do it. We will be. It just means that they will be pitting a lot earlier in the race, and we'll see what happens. And this race, I think, might be one of the very first to take place in the sim time on a different day. The race is starting at midnight. The gridding process started at midnight. So they qualified on the 17th of June, but they're now racing on the 18th.
Qualifying took that long. Away we go then, as the field is being led down the road by the pace car, as you can see. We will get the race underway, good and proper. Our champion there, Mr. Holstein. Well, previously champion a couple of seasons ago, Mr. Sosowski, rather. Looking to start his championship defence as well as he possibly can, but a lot of very fast drivers around him. That Pennzoil car right behind. Dan is looking to get on with that. That's Woodford, isn't it? That's in the Pennzoil car. Oh, my names aren't in the order I would like. Never mind, as they come around the final turn then. Oh, look at the slingshot that happened there from the lead Porsche, but we are away racing here at Spa. Who is going to be bravest on the brakes? Who is going to keep everything under control as well as we would like? Let us see. Round the first corner they come through La Source. Who's going to be... Oh, someone wandering a little bit wide. But everybody keeping things under control for now as they stream down the hill through Oak Ridge. Look at how close the Ferrari is behind Mr. Holstein. That is Ivor Costa that is challenging for that spot. Here they come onto the Camel Straight for the first. Oh my goodness, that I think is Jared Caroni that is looking to try and make a move on the grass. And he's got past Sosowski back into second position now. Nicely done for Caroni regaining his starting spot. Oh wow, that was no, that wasn't Marinsky. It was Scapers that was getting a little bit sideways from Ross Woodford. Those two Fords swapping round. Any incidents further back we need to know of?
Not that I can see. Nick Domino, I think, got a slow down. He's taking the escape road at the top of the grid. He's trying to clear that desperately, I think. It's very easy to pick up at the over Radion, so it's not ideal, but he's still in the race. But other than that, it looked perfectly clean.
Read us to me, did he start in the pit lane?
He did, he had a pit lane start.
Oh no, oh yes, you did tell me that. I was listening. Here they come then.
I believe.
Streaming through.
Just an update, by the way. Oh, we do have a contact. Chris Yardley and Daniel Linholt look to have had an incident at Pouan. Just an update as well, by the way. There are some reports that you have some slight microphone crackle.
Oh, ouch! Yeah, the 333 Porsche, Daniel Linholt going flying there, and that's, well, he's back in the pits. That's the end of his race. Microphone crackling. Apologies there. I seem to be having this trouble with my microphone of late. I don't know why. Something I need to look into trying to fix. Hopefully that will. Try and make a couple of adjustments. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Is it sounding okay? Any better to you, Stevie?
It sounds pretty much the same.
Is it bad?
Yes.
Okay. I will see what I can do about it. Is all I can particularly say on that one.
Okay, just an update as well. Fleet Guards just made a move on around the outside. It looked like at the bus stop chicane on Marvin Sluman. So he's moved up another position. There is some connection issues with Christopher Pfeffer. He's sort of blinking in and out a little bit. Oh, we got Daniel Page and Ben Hitchcock side by side going down the hill. One of them should yield. That's going to be brave. A bit of contact. That was lucky. That's going to be a slowdown for Daniel.
But certainly, and then they're going to have another couple of cars going in between them. Sluman and Fletcher getting on with it. Oh, Sosowski and Marinsky are getting on with it. Let's have another replay. Look at that. A pair of side-by-sides going on. Indeed, Karoni going into the lead from Gadamer. And Scapers, beg your pardon, Sosowski and Marinsky are having their battle. Oh my goodness, the BMW is getting very lively. And then Scapers taking advantage of that in the V3 Ford, jumping up into 4th position ahead of Enar. Very nicely done indeed.
Yeah, that was a lot going on all in a amount of time. Looks like Boy Williamson's had a little issue. I think he just run wide at Rivage. Just carrying on in 32nd place, but he was losing a place to 2 at the back there. But yeah, great move. Karoni is carrying on the form he had at the end of last season. It took him a while to get up to it, but once he started winning, he was competitive, and he said he wanted to come back and really challenge for it, and he's showing that.
He's got a lot of very fast drivers to beat if he wants that crown, but then that is one of the things we love about this league. Oh, come on.
Boy Williamson has actually just had an issue at Camper Chicane.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he was side by side with 345 Jamie Smith, and looks like he just dropped it. I'm not sure if there was contact. I couldn't see it from my screen.
There was a little bit. The Ford kind of turned into the BMW when he was still there. So Boy Williamson is having a bit of trouble. What do we like on incident points? It's usually quite a few, and I can't see what they are. So you're going to have to tell me what's going on there.
I will try and fix that for you right now. Yeah, basically the iRacing beta UI. It loves to do its thing.
It's killed you again, has it?
Yes, it has. Unfortunately, I can't do that for you right now.
Never mind. You'll just have to keep me updated.
Yes. At the minute, the most... Oh, Bristol Project's on 9. I think he's somewhere along the line. Oh, someone's dropping down the field. Craig Parsons at the source. That's an interesting place to be. What happened to you? Oh, looks like he spun it on the brakes.
Keeping an eye on lots of side-by-sides going on. Marinsky and Scapers have swapped round the 184 BMW, getting ahead of the 196 Ford. Ross Woodford and Holstein were having their battle. And there is Ivor Costa, who's been really pressuring the tail of that Porsche all race long. The Pro-Am lead is now in the hands of Ronnie Gibbons. He's usurped Alex Bennett, but they're still very close together, as you can quite clearly see. Who's our AM leader? I've forgotten who the pole man was. Ben Hitchcock.
Yeah, he looks like our lead AM right now.
Yeah, he's chasing. That's Philippe Gaillard. You can see directly ahead of him, but pressing on nonetheless. So a few incidents. Say Daniel Lindholt with that huge crash. He is gone, but we still have 47 cars remaining.
Yeah, we do. We've got a pretty good grid. There's only one driver missing, and I think I know which one he is, and I'm not very happy with it. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good grid. It was very, very well behaved on that one from what I saw. Nick Domino, after that slowdown, is down in 41st place. He's lost 6 positions, but it's a long race. He's got a long time to go.
Williamson spun.
Try and make that.
I saw Williamson in his speed in minus figures. Let's see what's happened to the 356 Privateer Ford. What's gone on here? Oh, he threw that way too hard into Pouon, and as he tried to recover, it's then snapped the other way. Oh, go on.
Ross Woodford's had a spin at the bus stop, looks like. Oh, he's trying to rejoin.
Oh, yeah, he caught that apex. Oh, panic! Get out of the way.
Well avoided from Chris Holstein, not to avoid it, but Chris paid the price. Down towards La Source. That was Klima that made them... Oh, it wasn't? No, it wasn't. It was Bennett that was avoiding it, sorry. And it looked like Klima made the position upon him, punishing him for successfully avoiding the spinning car.
Oh my goodness me, Alex Bennett has got Parkinson right with him, and Carlos Vila looks to try and capitalise on that as well, along with Drexler. So a lot of fighting going on there. Let's get on the chopper cam. Look at that lot! Oh my goodness, everyone's in a dark colour except for Alex Bennett. Oh wow, that's a lot of fighting.
Really nice racing there between him and Nathan Parkinson. That was, who's that behind?
That's Carlos Vila. Yeah, he's gone to Bill Sandcastles so he comes back on in 16th place. And no, he's hit the back of Pfeffer. I think as Christoph Pfeffer has gone round. Yeah, I mean he's been lagging a bit, so that could have had a part to play in that. And the VSR 263 Ferrari What a shame for him as he continues to fall down the field, waiting for a safe opportunity to get back on track. Oh, goodness me. So it started well for most. It's gone a bit scrappy for some, but still a lot of close racing going on. The biggest gap we've got is Costa to Scapers. Ivor Costa has gotten ahead of Holstein. Ronnie Gibbons all the way up there in 8th. Now, I kind of commentated cursing quite a few times last season where Ronnie would be having a great race and the next time I'd look at him he'd fallen down the field, but he's doing stunningly well at the moment. Started second in class.
Yeah, he's doing great. He's lead pram right now. His nearest challenger is Alex Bennett, the geodesic cars, which Ronnie happens to be a part of. But he's got all them between them, so yeah, great start for Ronnie Gibbons.
Indeed. Is my mic still playing crackles, or is it actually behaving itself?
The mic sounds okay, but Discord's now being a little nuisance.
I noticed Discord was being a little laggy, but unfortunately we can't do anything about. At least the bit I can control is slightly better now.
Yep.
Oh, Gibbons looks set to make a move at Holstein as they come over Radion. What's he going to do? He's in the slipstream, but is he close enough?
Let's see. Ooh. Cleamer and Parkinson as well. As I said, Cleamer trying to go on the inside. Parkinson on the outside. Oh, he did it. Nicely done. Nathan Parkinson making moves. 2 cars in 2 laps.
Knocking things off my own desk here. My good lady's trying to tidy up around me, and I end up knocking the thing we picked up back down on the floor. So trying to keep an eye on Gibbons, who Holstein's trying to hang on to the back of Costa, and he's got Gibbons all over the tail of him. Now, will Ronnie stay there and hope that? Well, mind you, Alex Bennett's fallen down to 12th, so he's not had a good run. He's now got several cars, as you can see, in this big queue between himself and Gibbons. So Ronnie need not do anything, essentially. He doesn't gain anything from challenging Holstein. He may just sit in the slipstream and let Alex Bennett fight in that big pack.
Yeah, Alex Bennett's got a lot of pressure from behind there. He's got Darko Nicolin and Scott McCracken, both Pro-Am guys, right behind him. So while first is sitting comfortable, second has got a bit of company that he might not have wanted.
Might not want, yeah, absolutely. Jarek only now leads Sasulski by 1.7 seconds. But look at this pack here behind Sasulski. You've got Gaidamer, Marinsky and Scapers all in this pack as they come into the bus stop chicane. Now, it's all well and good kind of just trying to maintain the pace, but we know what these drivers are like. They're going to want to try and make the move when they can. Look at the big gap, the big pack rather behind them. We are on, it doesn't say much, it doesn't sound a lot when you say we're on lap 5. Lap 6 rather, but lap 6 at Spa is quite a lot of distance gone.
Yeah,
so,
and, there's only 37 laps or so in the race, so there's certainly a lot to go.
Oh, Marinsky was so close to the back of Gaidamer there. Now side by side coming onto the Kemmel straight, but Marinsky had to jump out of that slipstream very early, and Gaidamer is going to get the slipstream a little bit off the back of Sasolski, and they remain in those positions, but Marinsky definitely had to change his line there to not slam into the back of the Porsche. There you see. Go on.
I was going to say, there's actually been a lot of car changes from those up front. Marinsky, I think, was in the Ferrari last season. Dominic is stuck with the way he was on. Dan was in the BMW. Jawad was in the BMW. I think Mike was in the BMW, and now they're in all different cars. So it's interesting to see how that's affecting things. They're all getting used to their new cars as well in this race format.
Klima and Drexler swap position for 10th place. It's unusual to see Mike's. It's almost like he's struggling. It's very unusual. He was very much a front runner in last season. Obviously, still in the pro category, but we're just not used to seeing Mike down in 10th. I really don't mean to sound disingenuous, but we're just not used to seeing him there.
No, he's a weird one, is Mike, because he's absolutely on it, and he's really pressuring the top guys, but sometimes he has a wobbly weekend and he's just not quite on it. But we'll see what goes. He's got a long way to go, and he's got Nathan Parkinson just ahead of him. And Nathan's showing really good pace at the minute and really wanting to get a wriggle on. So if Michael can go with him, we'll see where they can end up.
Marinsky again keeping the pressure on Gaydamer as they come back into the bus stop chicane. Oh, wow. Either Sosowski was early on the brakes or Gaydamer was very late because that gap had vanished in between the two Porsches at the front of this particular train. Is Marinsky going to make a move into La Source? He's certainly close enough to do it. But no, he follows the racing line. You've just seen Jared Caroni come out of the shot. He's got no one to defend against now. 2.5 seconds. Oh! Scapers then looked like he was trying to nose... Yeah, trying to force his way on the inside of the source. It would have been brave if he tried it, but opts not to go for it. Here they come again through Eau Rouge and up and over Radion. Are they going to make a move this time? Keep the cars settled. So they come over Radion. Here they come then on to the Kemmel Straight. Everyone is following pretty much the tyre tracks of the one ahead. So there goes Gaydamer. They're going to think about an inside move on Sosowski. No! Oh, how was there not impact between Marinsky and Gaydamer then? That was barely a cigarette paper between the pair of them then. Goodness me.
Yeah, that was very close. We've got battles still up and down the field though. We've got Paolo Martins and Daniel Page and Krista Brojcek all in a scrap as well.
Where are they?
25th, 26th. Oh, contact!
Oh!
Krista Brojcek looked like he went into the back of...
let's have a look with De Bruycheck. Oh, that's Paolo Martins. He didn't anticipate. Oh, well, I think De Bruycheck just completely missed his brakes and slammed into the back of Paolo Martins, and he is out. That is the end of. Oh, that's a very unhappy-looking tail on the Phoenix Motorsports 299 Ferrari. He's having to just get out of the way as he continues to fall down the field. He's just got nothing left, staying as much as he can out of the way, but you know he's got to get home. That's a long way for him to limp home as well. Yeah,
De Bruycheck started immediately apologised on the radio as well.
Oh dear, another victim of this race then. It's usually the incident limit that takes people out, not normally incidents like that. But that is the nature of these racing when you got this bigger grid, especially with as tight as this racing can be. Unfortunately, these incidents can happen. Even the greats make mistakes.
Absolutely, and they've had a couple of weeks. Well, they've had a week off, so there's still some rustiness going to go on. And although these cars have lights, and with the lights of the other cars, it's pretty bright. So easy to miss your braking point in conditions like this, and when you're right tucked up behind the car in front, it's so easy to miss your braking point. So it happens. It's part of racing. But I would completely understand if Mr. Martins decided, that took me out of the race. I'll take it to Stewards.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone would begrudge him that. Oh, Marinsky is getting very, very close again to Gaydamer. Gaydamer jumps out from the slipstream Sosowski, but suddenly Gaydamer can't return to the line because there's a BMW in the way. Still no impact between them. They're amazing to get so close, lap on lap at those kind of speeds in the braking zones. Oh, there's a lot of... hello,
Drexler and Parkinson were side by side through Le Combe. And Parkinson is proving very difficult to overtake. He really thought that. They're racing very cleanly, I've got to say. There was just about enough room left. Michael couldn't quite make it work though.
He was determined, wasn't he?
He really gave it a good go.
But well raced from Parkinson, exactly as you were saying, not to just turn into him, because that could have gone horribly, horribly wrong.
Absolutely. It can backfire so easy if you turn in on someone, because all it's going to do is spin you round.
Yep. Still keeping an eye on Marinsky, who's keeping the pressure on Gaydamer so much. And Scaper's right there to pick up the pieces if it does all go wrong. A little bit of breathing space for Sosowski at the moment. 0.6 of a second between himself and Gaydamer. So that might be the opportunity Marinsky needs to try and make a move, although the Porsche will pick up slipstream off the back of Sosowski. So again, Marinsky's probably just going to have to play the patience game to pick his moment to make that move. We will see. Nothing coming at the moment.
He's so close through the bus stop. I thought he was going to run into the back of Gaydamer there, but he didn't. That was very well avoided. I wonder if he's going to have a look. He's very close up towards La Source. Nope.
No. And again, the gap between Gaydamer and Sosowski shrunk. So the opportunity. Well, I say the opportunity for Marinsky you can't just overtake anywhere. You've got to be in the right place at the right time. Here he comes again, though. This is always going to be the favourite opportunity on that Camel Straight. Nicely driven by all of our top guys. Let's get on the chopper cam for the top 3. We can't quite see Mike in that shot. He is there. He's just behind it. Oh, here comes Marinsky. Surely now. Oh, he had to second guess where Gadamer went. Oh, but that was basically Sosowski shut the line that Gadamer was about to jump into, and then Mike had to second guess where Dominic was going to go. So again, brilliantly driven by all of those guys. Mike's got a great ringside seat for this. He could charge money for that. That'd be a great spectator seat.
Yeah, we've seen this before, though. We've seen this before. These guys are used to running for a long time in a train. Uh-oh.
What's happened to Carlos Vida? He's out. Carlos Vida is out. What's happened here?
He's in the pits at the minute. Is he just taking his start? Let's see if he drove it.
No, he didn't drive it.
Oh no, he's had a...
That's a technical problem. He just carried on turning left. When he was coming through Lake Arm, he's had a technical problem of some description.
I'm willing to assume that as well. I think that's a reasonable assumption to make.
What a shame for Carlos Vila then. His race brought to an end.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not the way you want to start a season, but these things happen, unfortunately. Get them out of the way early.
Oh, side by side through Puon. That's Zelenika and Jamie Smith. The AM champion is being challenged hard by Zelenika and Chris Bell right in there as well. Oh, Chris Bell dives on the inside of the 324 Ford, but big one, that's coming through campus. Oh, still side by side. Chris Bell just needs to clear them to start chasing after other Pro-Ams. He's not going to gain anything per se, but Zelenika lets that move go. That one was done. Oh, that's side by side through Purwine is a bit of a brave thing to do. Ooh, Rano Luke and Victor Matios very, very close together as well. So this isn't an ideal start for Jamie Smith title defense, is it? Because is it Matios that's our current AM leader?
No, Ben Hitchcock is.
Oh, Hitchcock,
Matios
he's up in 17.
Matios is third in class. Jamie Smith, though. Jamie Smith just picked the points up every single round that he attended and did. Consistency played out brilliantly for him. And that's sometimes how you've got to do it. You've got to pick up the points when your rivals aren't. Other times you take it on pure, Gibbons and Parkinson.
Yeah,
Parkinson looking to make another move around the outside to Lake Com. These are teammates in different versions of the same team. And Parkinson just gets another position up into 8th place now.
Yeah, but Drexler is right there as well. Oh, wow. Parkinson felt the need to defend from Gibbons, it looked like, as they were coming into Bruxelles. That was a little bit unusual. I didn't expect to see that line from Parkinson being taken. It didn't look like he was opting to take that line. That looked like a completely defensive move. I wonder why he feels the need to defend against Gibbons.
Just to make sure, I guess. Just to make sure.
Statement of intent, perhaps. But Gibbons having an absolute cracker in the top of the Pro-Ams. Holstein is still with Ivor Costa. There's a battle for 6th position, or 2nd to 5th, as previously mentioned, still as they are. Jared Caroni now leads by over 3 seconds, and that's the gap back to the pack we've been previously seeing. It does look like Sosolski may have actually broken slipstream between himself and Gadamer. So the Comrade 137 Porsche might not have the slipstream advantage that he's been using to defend against Marinsky. So that's going to be one to watch. That could allow Sosolski to start running off, but equally it could allow Enar to attack Dominic.
Yeah, the slipstream you really start picking up about between 7 to 8 tenths. And Dominic's right on that cusp, being really needs to make sure he's back in that zone out of the source, otherwise he could be very vulnerable. Like you say, if he loses that slipstream from Sosolski, he's going to be in great danger from Enar. Oh, Ben Hitchcock, what's happened to you? Oh, Ben Hitchcock, our AM leader, has spun. Looks like, was it a spin or was he helped?
He was helped.
It's Ross Woodford.
Oh dear.
The recovering pro guy. Oh, bit of contact at the bus stop. Doesn't look like he's
Marinsky and Gadamer side by side going into Lake Com. Sorry to cut you off, Stevie. And the BMW. Wow, it actually looked like by the end of that he got in quite comfortably. And Holstein and Costa have just swapped around doing exactly the same maneuver. The 109 Porsche now back up into 6th position. And Costa's going to have to do that move again. They are 3.7 seconds behind this. What could become a 3-way battle from the 4-way battle has been if Sosowski is able to break away from what is now Einar Marinsky or Richard Fletcher, where Ben Hitchcock has just basically reappeared. He's now in a right old scrap with several AM drivers.
Yeah, that's a 3-way fight for the AM lead right now.
Yeah, so Ben Hitchcock has lost that comfortable or comparatively comfortable class lead he's had. So you've got Hitchcock, Fletcher, Matthias, Rano Luke is in the Pro-Am category, so he won't want to stay there, but he's there whether he likes it or not. Merlin Cooper, the next car down the road, is not far behind either. Daniel Page, he's Pro-Am as well, so it hasn't been a great race for him so far, but still long way to go. 56 minutes and change to go, so still plenty of time for them to do something about their positions. But looking up front, Einar is a second behind Sosowski, of course, Einar having just taken that spot from Gadamer. Looks like, I wonder if Mike is now going to start putting pressure on the Porsche. It does look like that Dominic seems to be struggling to maintain the pace now.
Yeah, he looks a little bit vulnerable, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, if Einar can get back into Sosowski's range, then seconds for the taking easy. We saw how easily he dispatched Dominic once he got rid of that double slipstream effectively. So we'll see what Einar can do. He's not quite in slipstream range, but we'll see what happens. It's happened to Richard Fletcher. I think he's just been passed by Rano Luke, actually. Yep,
I think he let him go. It looked a fairly straightforward manoeuvre coming out of Blanchimont. Again, Rano Luke not of the same category, so wise move there from Fletcher. Go on.
Sosowski doing a little wave. Einar is definitely back in slipstream range.
He is now, yeah. And he'll know that, won't will he know that? Oh,
yeah, he will. And Nathan Parkinson still having to defend from Ronnie Gibbons. So Ronnie Gibbons, despite leading Pro-Am, has decided that is not enough of a buffer and wants to get back in front of Nathan Parkinson.
Yeah, Parkinson wants to chase off after Costa, although Nathan Parkinson did gain 0.8 of a second on Costa last time around. I think Costa made a mistake somewhere because he was a 2:13.1, where our leaders have been in the low 12s for quite a few laps now. Oh, Nathan Parkinson lagged out there. I hoped he hadn't succumbed to the... is anyone close to the instant limit? I think, was it Parkinson that
he's had a few. He's on a few. He's over halfway.
Oh dear.
He's definitely on the highest, so he needs to be careful. He's tied highest with Marco Zelenica. Most people are below. But yeah, no one's in the danger zone yet, but they certainly got to be careful. Like you said earlier, this track is very mean for off tracks. You can pick them up very easily. And just a quick reminder for those new to iRacing broadcast, it's a 20 incident limit for the entire race. So 1 hour and 20 minutes, 20 incident point. You can collect them in a series of ways. They're not good to collect. You get 1 incident point for running off the track, 2 for losing control of the car, and 4 for contact. Would that be with a car or with a wall, or anything really? But it doesn't apportion blame. If you have contact with somebody else, if they hit you, you get the 4x as well. So you've got to be careful.
Indeed, the wall doesn't get the 4 incident point, by the way. Just to clarify that. Yeah. He has an infinite limit. Well, that would be a bit scary if the wall vanished. that would be a
weird thing. Victor Mateos just been passed by Daniel Page, it looks like. Daniel not in the same class. The Pro-Am getting past the AM driver. Yeah. Moving himself up into 23rd place.
Indeed. Again, I think that was Matthias just letting that one go. Oh, Marinsky!
Yeah. We looked at the same thing.
We did. Oh, Drexler as well! Side by side. Oh my goodness, this could get horribly. This could get a little bit scary. And whilst they're all fighting again, Gibbons is trying to put the pressure on Parkinson. Claudio Klima is getting right in there as well. He's right with them now. The 1110 geodesic Porsche is now really in a position to put pressure on Drexler if he so chose to. But wow, Marinsky, he's going for it, isn't he?
He's woken up, hasn't he?
Yeah, just a tad.
I'm very interested to see how this fuel cap's going to play in. because normally we would see them quite happily just sit in a train for an hour and then let the fighting happen in the last 20 minutes. Marinsky seems to have other ideas at the minute.
Yeah, it was Caroni, wasn't it, that wasn't interested in doing the whole I'm going to sit here for a while thing, I seem to recall, particularly in the last few rounds of last season.
Yeah. It suddenly wakes it up, wakes everybody else up when one driver's decided to go. It's okay for if the lead the top 6 all sit and fuel save together and drafting and all that, that's fine. One driver decides to break the rules and the in-driver rules, not the official rules.
Yeah.
The unspoken agreement of fuel saving. If one decides to, do you know what, I'm out of here, and starts running off down the road, the others get a bit concerned and panic and run after it. So yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Looking at Ronnie Gibbons, he just flashed his lights at Parkinson. Curious.
He needs to be careful as well, because we do have a rule now, you're not to flash your lights, other than to let lapped cars know you're coming through. So he shouldn't be flashing his lights.
Oh dear, so Mr. Gibbons could be landing himself in a bit of hot water there, and especially as he's in the Pro-Am category and he's flashing. You're looking at Parkinson. He has a flashing of the lights again. That was Sasulski indicated to Marinsky to go, because it looked like it was the Porsche that flashed the lights there, and that move is done. I think Dan's let Marinsky go. Yeah.
Maybe he's going to try. Let's restart the slipstream change and you can go in front now. Because honestly, it doesn't look like Dan's got the pace of Caroni at the minute. And doesn't look like he's had it for the last half an hour.
Quite a while, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Caroni, sorry. I'm so used to saying Sasulski leading. The 4-second lead now. So they're going to want to do whatever they can to bring that gap down.
Yeah, the Porsche, and again, Gadamer seems to have kind of fallen a little bit off of that pace. Although, fairness, Gadamer was actually one of the quickest of those of that top 5 group. So there's still pace in the Porsche, but the BMW can probably punch a bigger hole in the air because it's a big old beast, as we mentioned. Oh, Parkinson! Parkinson's off.
Oh, he's
gone. He was really. Oh, he's had a problem.
I think he's had a problem.
Yeah.
Because he's not disconnected from the session, but he just disappeared.
He's had a problem because he was
slowed down. So something's gone wrong somewhere.
And he wasn't hit. There was no impact there between himself and Gibbons. So he's so you say he hasn't left the session. His name is greyed out on my screen.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to make your day.
Oh, please do.
Would you like to click on the rear chase cam and then click on Chris Yardley? He's in 40th position right now.
Yardley. Rear chase cam is that one. Yeah! Excellent. The grinning livery remains. I'm
there you go.
Now.
He's taken the baton from Jordan Housen.
Thank you.
The scariest thing to see in your rearview mirror.
Yeah.
But I can just confirm that Nathan Parkinson has disconnected from the session, and the message that's come up does not indicate it was a rage quit or anything like that. It looks like it's like an internet disconnect.
I see.
Or something has gone wrong.
Oh, look at this going on now. This looks like they're scrapping now. This top, I say top 5. It's top 5 minus 1. In fact, the Caroni is still 4.2 seconds down the road.
Drexler, Gibbons. Drexler getting past Gibbons as well. Capitalising with Parkinson not being there. Klima nearly got in very hard there behind them.
Yeah. Again, what is Gibbons going to do? Is he going to continue? I mean, he's within his right to challenge Drexler and then indeed anyone around him, but is it really in his interest to do it because they're not in the same class? But
I will say he's not in the same class, but he's only 4 seconds ahead of second place Adam Driver and Darko Nicolin. And if Ronnie drops out of that slipstream, it's all on his pace, and if they're quicker than him, he's vulnerable.
Well, Darko was a 2:12.8 last time around. Gibbons was a 2:12.7, so he's maintaining the pace at the moment. But yeah, he probably would like someone like Drexler to give him a big old tow down the road. Oh, wow, Sasulski, the tail got a little bit lively on the Porsche coming out of Stavila. Oh, that's a long way off. Is that one of these corners that remind me, was that one of the corners they were allowed to wander a little bit wide? I know there's some they can do it.
Yeah, turn 15, the right-hander, you can run onto the AstroTurf on the left, or as you know, Marinsky's defensive into the bus stop. Sorry, it's Dan Suzuki trying to go around the outside, and he's done it into the braking zone.
He's let him go. He let him go. Yeah, I reckon is that I can't go any quicker. You come back into the position.
Yeah, I'll let Alpha Call save behind you again.
Yeah. Oh, Cooper has had. He's got some fighting going on. Whoop! That's Rano Luke, I think. Wandering a bit wide. No, it might be Victor Matty. Oh no, it was Rano Luke that wandered. Is it?
Side by side. It looks like he's got to slow down, so dropping it off the back. So potentially, yeah. That'll do it.
Philippe
Gaillard was
with Ross Woodford in the Pennzoil Ford. Right behind them, Marvin Sleeman. Oh, Marinsky and Sosowski again. Now that looks like a straight fight as opposed to a let through. So I was like, okay, I'm not actually any quicker than you. I'm going to have a fight with you instead.
Yeah, just to confirm as well, Parkinson in the chat saying that his internet dropped off.
Oh, that's a shame. Oh, Gibbons, that's close with Klima. So Claudio Klima's gone past our Pro-Am leader. That puts Ronnie back in 10th where he started. So he's lost the buffer behind him. But he's now got to pick up with this. Ooh, that's very close.
This is what he was trying to avoid. He's now got 4 seconds between himself and Luke side by side with Andrew Langham's service into Lake Calm. Andrew Langham's service just getting that position at the Rano Luke. This is the thing, Ronnie, not Rano. My God. It's good job I don't have to talk. But yeah, Darko Nicolin is now 3.5 seconds behind Ronnie Gibbons, and there is no one on track between them.
Nope.
So that's something that Ronnie's now going to have to think about. He's had 35 minutes of Pro-Am lead all to himself, and now he has company. Richard Fletcher. He's just been passed by Daniel Page.
Oh, that's very close. Going through Blanchimon. Merlin Cooper right with him as well. The AMs are scrapping quite heavily, and that's second in class as Ben Hitchcock is. Wow, he's a long way down the road now. Yeah,
he's recovered from that damage brilliantly. If he's got any, it's not really showing because he's putting some good lap times in. And he's managed to get another 5-second gap or so back to the next AM. So he's maintained his AM lead despite the issues he's had.
Indeed. Gademir, so very close to Sosowski. I know I do keep returning to this battle quite a lot, but it's near the front. So yeah, I am going to jump to that.
We are trying to cover all the as well.
But interestingly, I mean, all 3 classes, I've got a similar situation where the leader of the class is gone, and it's those behind them that are having a hell of a scrap. Oh, here we go again. It looks like these 4 are sizing up for a move. No, there was a bit of shuffling going on, but no one committing to any particular move at the moment. But just feels like any moment, any sign of mistake, and they'll go for it.
Yeah, we've got scrapping a little further down. Alex Bennett defending from Scott McCracken into Le Cap. That's the 3rd in class for the Pro-Ams. Alex Bennett new to the series as well, so this is his debut. And he's got some very fast people behind him.
Alex was with us last season, wasn't he?
Not to knowledge. Not to my knowledge.
I thought he was. Whoa, that's Daniel Page and Ben Hitchcock. Whoa, that's close. Daniel Page is not part of that class battle, so he's just trying to get out of the. He's trying to get past them. That was very, very close. Bernie Cooper thought about trying to make a move on Daniel Page there. Oh, sorry, Cooper making a move on Fletcher there. Beg your pardon, for second in the AMs, but couldn't quite pull that one off. Lots of fidgeting going on.
Tell you what, Jamie Smith, the reigning AM champion's got it all battle at the minute with 2 Pro-Ams. He's got Evan Imre just ahead and Flavian Foku just behind.
Yeah, he's a long way down. Where is he class-wise? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th. If I've counted that right. So not an ideal start for his championship defence. As Victor Matios has just been overtaken by Andrew Langham's service. Again, that's not for class. He's got Rano Luke with him. That again is a different class, so Victor Matios probably won't defend that one too hard.
No, this is the pro-am, sorry, that couldn't get laps in qualifying. They're trying to recover. They're coming through the field.
Oh, three-way battle, Bennett, McCracken and DeVille. That's for, what did we say that was? It was third in the Pro-Ams. So a three-way.
Yeah.
So three-way scrap then from the Comrade Tepper Alliance 250 Ferrari, the Mayella HCR Scuderia 208 Ferrari, and the Privateer 279 BMW involved in that particular fight.
Oh, Sastilski! Oh, Marinsky! There's contact between
the two.
Oh, no!
Let's
have a look back at that.
So there goes Sastilski on the inside coming into Lake Calm. Oh no! The BMW didn't allocate the fact that Porsche was there. Sastilski had drawn alongside. And Victor Matios is in along with Evan Imre and Sylvia Moraine.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that's a.
I think Sastilski has managed to escape without damage. His car looks okay. Obviously, he's just lost time and he's lost track position to Dominic Gaydemeyer.
Yeah,
Marinsky.
He's right down to 7th now.
Also looks to have escaped without damage.
From
what I can see at the minute, very lucky. But I think he's okay damage-wise.
Who would you apportion blame to that? I mean, Dan was sufficiently alongside, and he started turning to the apex as well. I think Zena didn't anticipate that Dan. Oh, go on.
I think maybe does have damage because he just had a huge dollop of oversteer coming out of Paul Frere.
Whoa! Hey, there he goes.
You don't want oversteer there. That's usually bad. Yeah, I suspect he might come in sooner rather than later to try and get that sorted.
And there's Drexler, Kleemer and Gibbons all now right with him. He's not coming in at the moment though.
Nor is Dan. Dan stayed out as well, so Dan's feeling okay with his car.
Indeed. The lead person to have pitted is actually Victor Matias at the moment. They're in 33rd. It's Boy Williamson and Sebastian Riethmüller directly behind. Imre, Pfeffer, Moraine, Coombe and Yardley have all been through the pits. Actually, Stephen Norman's been through the pits. He was in there for 15 minutes. He's back on track again. So he's 6 laps down, but, well, why not?
Yeah, it's worth going back out there. If anything, even if you don't score points, it gives you an idea of what a car feels like after a stint. It gives you more experience on track with these drivers. And it certainly can't hurt.
Page and Langham Service have come in. So now we're starting to see some pit stops occur.
About the halfway point of the race as well. So this is a lot earlier than we've seen previously.
Yeah. It's and generally we saw a lot of people would leave it very, very late. Not just some would do a contra strategy, but you would generally see a big chunk of them come in within a few laps of one another. Whereas, we're seeing quite a considerable number of people come in at a much earlier. Oh, Sastilski, you're getting very, very twitchy. Coming through Pouon. Can Scapers do anything about it? Oh, such an awkward place to catch
this is runner-up. This is Season 6 champion and Season 6 runner-up overall last season. Mike versus Dan. Mike missed a lot of races towards the end, so he couldn't really keep that challenge up, but he was certainly the closest for a long time. Both in 2 new cars as well.
Yeah. Caroni's 6.5 seconds down the road. Where's that pace come from?
I think part of that came from when this lot crashed.
Yeah, he must. Wait, yeah, but.
He gained 1.3 seconds. He gained 1.3 seconds alone when on Dan last lap.
Yeah, but Caroni was a late rejoiner, wasn't he, last season, and didn't initially start challenging the front until sort of near, and then near the end of the season we start to see some real great pace as Dan indeed comes in.
Yeah,
Caroni.
Caroni was doing great towards the end of the last season. It took him a long time.
It did, didn't
and
it?
I mentioned it in I think it's Suzuka. When we raced back in Season 4 or Season 5, he did a lap time. I don't remember what it was off the top of my head. Oh no, what?
Darkin Ekelin, did you do what I think you just done? Oh, oh dear. Sorry, Darko, I saw you. He had the pit wall on the way in.
What's he done?
We
did.
I do know someone that's done worse than you, sir. I have seen someone, I won't name who, ironically.
Was it Evan?
No, it wasn't Evan. Although, well, Evan would never shake the reputation of going backwards to the pit lane. That would never leave him. But no, I have seen someone at Spa wedge their car in sideways. In the pit.
Powers it.
Yes, very much so. I have seen it happen. Of course, he had to retire. But they basically just overcooked it coming into the pit lane entrance, caught the wall, spun the car around. Of course, no chance.
Nowhere to go.
Nope. Don't worry, Darko. I've seen worse. But look at that huge chunk of drivers in the pits now.
Yeah, Darko, by the way. No, not Darko. Dan, by the way. He came out in 13th place overall behind Merlin Cooper, who's still yet to start. Dan is the lead car that has pitted. And it looks like his stop was pretty much around the same time as most other people. So he's not lost out. Have he's had any damage taken or anything fixed. He's side by side now with Merlin Cooper. I don't know if Merlin's going to fight this. No, he backed out of it. Probably a wise decision. Merlin's in the AMs, Dan's in the pros, and raiding champion. There's not much to gain from fighting that one, I don't think.
And just to highlight how bad that's gone for Darko Nicolin, he's still in the pits.
Oh, that's undone itself. He was running so well, second in class.
He was indeed. And, we're seeing overall pit lane loss of around about between 46 and 49 seconds. And that's now 2 minutes he's been and still stationary. So we might see Darko on track again, but yeah, he did climb the wall quite hard. Oh, big group of cars have just come in. Look at that. That is second to sixth. All come in. Gadamer, Scapers, Holstein, Costa, Marinsky, Bennett, McCracken. They're all coming in now. DeVille has followed suit. What about Woodford? Yep, he's in. Gaillard, yep, he's coming in as well. But Coroni didn't.
Yeah, I was going to say, this begs the question. If he's been running at that pace and managed to save some fuel, wake up the rest of the field, because Joao Coroni's just made a statement of intent, if that's what he's just done.
Unless he runs out of fuel on this lap.
Unless he runs out of fuel, and then he'll look like a bit of a...
Yeah. Bit of a fool. Wow,
yeah,
lots of people. There's so many people in the pits, I can't click on their name because they're all moving around. But Merlin Cooper didn't come in, so he's right up there in sixth position now. But he's now got a face full of everybody.
Oh, who's that?
Go on.
Alex Bennett and Scott McCracken look like side by side as they're leaving the pit lane. Alex just edged him out. It's very tight pit lane next to you. You've got to get it sorted before you get to it, really. Oh, Chris Holstein and Dan Sasulski. Whoa, where's that come from Chris Holstein? He's brought himself back into contention, hasn't he?
Wow, just a tad. I mean, he was miles off the back of Sasulski pre-pit stop.
3 seconds or so, so that's worked out great for Chris Holstein.
Yeah.
He's 5 seconds now ahead of Evan Costa.
Wow. Goodness me.
We've also got Enon Marinsky and Ronnie Gibbons scrapping it out. Gibbons just on the outside. That was nicely done on the outside of Lecom. On Enon Marinsky, Ronnie Gibbons now up to 9th overall. Still retaining lead of Pro-Am. Yep. So the only two people that haven't pitted right now are Joao Coroni and Merlin Cooper.
Surely Coroni's got to come in this time, and he does indeed. So he didn't run out of fuel. Oh, he nearly hit the wall though. So it's going to be interesting to see what the gap is for him. Merlin Cooper. Merlin, has he run out of fuel? Oh, Merlin's nearly out of fuel. Look how slow he is through Blanchimon.
Yeah.
He is fuel saving completely overkill to crawl back to the pits. That's your maths didn't work for you there, Merlin.
Hey, once you get to 0.2 gallons left, your car starts to sputter, and when it hits zero, you're out. There's no, well, you select get home safe mode. No, when you hit zero, you are out. You have no more fuel. Oh, this is not working for Merlin, unfortunately.
It's going to be wrong. Flash of the lights there from someone. Didn't see who that was. Coroni's back on track. Just as Gadamer is coming through the source. 6.1 seconds is the lead. So Coroni lost nothing in all of that.
But this is where the cap comes in. Now they've got half an hour to chase him down rather than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's see what they can do now. They've got it's all to play for. But yeah, Chris Holstein, what a recovery from him.
Yeah. Merlin Cooper made it to the pits.
Well done, Merlin Cooper.
lost an insane amount of time doing so, but ran in the top 10 briefly as a result.
He's now running out of fuel. You can hear his car spluttering as it goes down the pit lane. He's just made it to his box.
Oh, Daniel Page, why was your speed at 0? Oh, Melon Cooper's just pitted. What's happened to Page? He's stationary for... Oh, he's overcooked it coming into the last stop. So coming to the last one. And what's he done? Oh, he's braked too late.
The brakes.
Yeah.
It's easily done.
Very easily done. I think
Might have done it myself.
I think anyone that's raced anything here has done the same thing. That's just going to put him under pressure from Imre a little bit. That's for 23rd overall. That's 6th or so in class. But Jared Caroni is just gone.
Flying. Yeah, the
Foku! Oh dear, that looks pretty bad. Oh, he got... Oh, ouch. Yeah. As soon as I saw where that accident was, I was like, oh, that's going to be lively. Yeah, he's had an argument with the wall at the top of Radion, and yep, that's the end of his day. That was a great shame. He was running well, was Foku as well.
A lot of drivers are struggling a little bit. It's a tough combination. Spa's already a difficult track. It's a great track. Everyone loves it. Drivers, commentators, fans alike.
Yep.
But it's a toughie, and there are certainly there's some really wide open spaces here. There are also some places that there aren't. And I think Foku has just found one of them.
Yeah, well, it was open for a while.
Yeah.
McCracken still on the back of Alex Bennett. That is for second in class, second in the Pro-Ams. That battle still rages on. The gap between Bennett and Gibbons is 10 seconds.
Yeah. Worked out brilliantly for Ronnie Gibbons.
Yeah.
Although Alex Bennett Alex had a 24.2 second pit stop. Gibbons had a 21.
Yeah, and Ronnie is being towed by Klima as well. So Gibbons has played it brilliantly well.
He has indeed, and it shows why he really fought to stay in that fight on that pack of the pros, and it's worked out for him. He's got whether he can keep it, and a lot can happen. We've seen unfortunate things happen to Ronnie Gibbons really late in the race, so I hope I didn't just commentate against him with that. But yeah, he'll be thinking about that, and he'll know he's got a
side by side Bennett and McCracken. Oh, I did wonder whether Bennett was going to turn in too much. He didn't. Still side by side coming through. They on this. Oh, as they come through the third apex. McCracken had to back out of that. It was brilliantly driven by both of them. Robin DeVille now is right there with them. He's caught up in the 279 Privateer BMW. So that's now a three-way battle for the remaining podium spots in the Pro-Am category. Great effort from Bennett and McCracken. Rano Luke and Andrew Langham service. Just swap position. Fairly standard pass for the 214 Geodesic BMW. Nicely done. Up into 19th overall. And oh wow, big problem up at Radion again. Oh wow, Hoppy's already had a problem. He's missing a front end of his car. Who's that that's had a sympathy spin with him? That is... Oh no, he didn't have a sympathy spin. Hoppe caught the tail of that Porsche. That's the 298 Porsche. That's Regis the Meek. He's in the bits. I think his day is done. And Jeremy Hoppy's still going with significant and no lights and significant bit of his car missing. Oh, has something just happened to Ben Hitchcock as well? Yep, that's going backwards into P1. What's happened here?
Oh no, that was that. No, that's definitely changed. It's down to Richard Fletcher.
There was a simple mistake from Hitchcock. Richard Fletcher, where is he? There he is. Oh, he's now our RAM leader, isn't he?
Yeah. He's had a... He's got... Oh, a big old gap. Is about 8 seconds up from second place Victor Mathias.
Robin DeVille is right with Scott McCracken. That was very close coming through La Source. But they both had a really decent drive. Alex Bennett didn't have such a good drive coming out of that hairpin. So here they come over Radion. What is going to happen between the two Ferraris and the BMW? Here they come onto the Camel Straight. Bennett unsurprisingly staying hard to the right hand side. Here comes McCracken thinking about an outside move into Lacombe. DeVille, no, doesn't want any part of that. But the two Ferraris once again side by side. Coming through Lake Comme. Oh, the Mayella Ferrari has gotten ahead. It looked like for a moment that DeVille was going to try and make a move as well, coming through Lake Comme. And Scott McCracken then takes that second place in the class. And that is 11th overall for the Mayella 208 Ferrari. Nicely done, but you can clearly see that that battle's not done. Hit's causing trouble again. Oh, no, he isn't. He's made it to the pit. Never mind. I just saw his speed drop to nothing. Never mind getting unnecessarily excited by that one.
Oh, Daniel Page and Victor Mateos. Victor on the outside. Daniel on the inside. Side by side to Lake Comme. Bit of contact. It's been righted with a little bit of contact. Yeah, Victor did not want to let that one go. Daniel's now under pressure from Evan Imre. Going down in towards Rivage. Evan on the inside. Daniel on the outside. He's already going to be potentially hot-headed about the incident he's just had. Now he's got to deal with another car. Evan making that position though. Oh, David Bennett, sorry, in the chat saying he's clipped the wall. That won't help, I'm afraid.
No. Well, I think Daniel Page may feel a bit aggrieved by that, as Mateos is in the AM category. So, with Victor then fighting that particular position, which, as mentioned, he is entitled to do, but doesn't gain anything or indeed lose anything from doing so. I wonder whether Daniel Page might feel aggrieved that that's kind of threw him into the clutches of Evan Imre. And Chris Pfeffer is right there as well in the 263 VSR Alpha lagging Ferrari. So again, that's given Daniel Page a lot of work to do. So I wouldn't be surprised if he feels a bit aggrieved by that. Oh, flashing of the lights from Gademir. Oh, he's flashing at, I can't see who that is. Is one of the Fords. Williamson? Nope, wrong one.
Chris Yardley, it's your angry Ford.
Oh, it's the angry Ford. I can't see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's the lovely grinning face. Can't see it too well. Can't see it too well in the dark, unfortunately. Oh, Costo and Drexler have just swapped round. That's going to be down. Yeah, slipstreaming down the Kemmel Straight. Fairly standard move there. And then right behind them is Klima and Gibbons. They're still in very close quarters.
Alex Bennett and Scott McCracken again side by side to Lake Comme. Contact this time. Little bit on the rear. And
that caught DeVille as well.
DeVille into the side of Bennett and a little contact with Ross Woodford just for good measure.
Oh, well, there's the contact between the two, and DeVille just couldn't do anything about it. He had nowhere to go. As we get a great... we're on the nose cam of the BMW there, as he ended up inside the car of the Ferrari, so we got to see Alex Bennett's backside for a moment there.
Not everyone gets to see that.
No, but yes, a rare treat.
Okay, Christopher Pfeffer then making a move on Daniel Page. Evan Imre making a move on has just ahead. Pfeffer up the inside of Page. It's going to be difficult for Page to fight that with Pfeffer's connection issues, and it's really distorting at night because the lights are flashing as well every time they blink out. So it's not ideal. But I think if obviously Pfeffer could do something about it, he would have. Oh, Mike Skepper's looked very close on the back of Dominic Gaydemeyer then. Going through the bus stop. Didn't manage to make anything work from it though.
24 minutes to go. Wow, this race, as we tend to find, we say, most races has flown by. Let's have a quick recap on where our leaders are. Girard Caroni, because the race leader, is 7.6 seconds ahead of this second place battle between Gaydemeyer and Scapers. Probably a little bit too far apart to make a move for Mike, or for Mike to make a move into Lake Comme. This is what's back from Gaydemeyer. Mike's not really gaining quick enough, is he, unless he has the biggest lunge in the world, coming into Lake Comme. Yeah, he's Ronnie Gibbons has been leading the way quite comfortably in the Pro-Ams. He's got a lot of cars around him that's having a big old fight. That's Drexler, Costa and Klima all battling for 6th position overall in the Pros. And Ina Marinsky right behind Gibbons. Gibbons just there for the ride, basically. And to be towed along, so he leads the Pro-Am. Scott McCracken is...
Sorry, Alex Bennett and Philippe Gaillard went side by side of Pro Rouge and Radion. That was brave.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just getting a replay of that one. It looked like with a bit of, flashing of the lights going on there. I'm not sure Bennett was too happy about that. It's either way, Gaillard is now up into 3rd as a result of that particular move. DeVille, with following on from that previous issues, is DeVille is 3rd in class. Scott McCracken 2nd. So the podium 3 of the Pro-Ams are fairly spread apart. And Fletcher is our AM leader. He leads by quite some way over Victor Mateos, who is fighting a lagging Christopher Pfeffer. He's around there somewhere. It's always difficult to kind of tell where they are when they're blinking in and out of existence. And third in the AMs is our AM champion. So he's fought his way back up into third in class, unless I've gotten that one wrong. No, he has indeed fought his way back up to third in class, but quite some way away from his fellow classmates.
Yeah, he's got some time to make up if he wants to get them on pace alone.
Klima, inside move at the bus stop on Costa. That's for 7th. He committed to that one quite early. He licked that stamp and send it. But it does look like the Ferrari of Ivor Costa is going to have a crack at him back at La Source. So we're in we're coming to the kind of closing stage of the race still side by side. I bet you if we watch from Ronnie Gibbons, he's got a great view of this one. He's going to have a great view of the battle as they come up and over Radion. Here they come. Let's keep an eye on this particular battle as it unfolds. Let's get on the chopper cam actually.
Ian risking right there as well. This is going to be very close. I'm expecting 3 wide at some point.
Oh, what's Gibbons going to do? He's kept his foot in it. Is he backed out of it? I wonder. Look at the Ferrari. Ivor Costa doesn't know who to defend from. There goes Enar Marinsky on the inside of Ronnie Gibbons. Oh, Ronnie got boxed in between the BMW and the Ferrari. No, he's still fighting it. Ronnie not wanting to let that go, but it does eventually concede the position. Has a look on the inside of Brooksdale, does not commit to that one. That has allowed Klima in the Porsche to give himself a bit of breathing space and crucially potentially out of slipstream range. Oh, Moraine is facing the wall. What has happened to the VC Sim Racing 286 Porsche? What's gone on here? That's coming down to the bus stop.
He's just lit the rails up on the exit of the bus stop and spun around. Didn't hit anything, but he's just had a little bit of a...
He was lucky to avoid the wall.
Just looking to make a move on Evan Imray as well, going up towards Lecom. Evan on the inside, Pfeffer on the outside. Oh, Pfeffer much later on the brakes, swooped around the outside. Evan wasn't getting a chance to defend that one.
No, but Pfeffer was having that position, like it or not. Nicely done there. Gibbons still on the back of that particular train. He's now chasing Enar Marinsky down the road. And look at that, he's staying right under the rear wing, and that could put Marinsky under pressure, although they're in different classes, of course. Marinsky may still feel the need to defend from Gibbons instead of attack Costa, so I wonder how he's going to feel about that one.
Absolutely, and Costa's, I think, struggling a little bit now. Just for reference, these races are based off official iRacing series. The longest those races usually go is an hour. So if you've been using those races for practice, and you've suddenly still got another 20 minutes to go, it can be a little tiring.
Yeah.
And you should see some of the Twitch streams of these guys. These are sweating by the end of these, and I did it as well when I was. So I wonder if Ivor Costa is just feeling the pressure a little.
Especially if they're doing it in VR as well.
Yeah, it's a whole another experience. But yeah, he's had a great debut. He's done really well. He's running very well, but he's struggling a little bit towards the last 20 minutes, and
Marinsky on Costa. Sorry to cut you off there, Stevie. Marinsky on Costa for 8th. Fairly standard move into Lecom once again. And through goes the BMW on the Ferrari. Oh, Gibbons looked a little bit scary. But he's hanging on to that slipstream. Scapers and Gadamer still very, very close together. So that battle for second has not resolved itself at all. So expect that one to kick off in the closing stages of the race. Who else is closer? We haven't spoken about in a while. Bennett and Sluman, they swapped round earlier. Bennett flashed his lights to signify to let Sluman through, coming past Stavilo. Emre and Pfeffer are still having their battle for 21st overall, even though Pfeffer chooses to be invisible for some of it. Well, chooses is probably the wrong word. There is Matios with Daniel Page right behind him. Different classes there. Sarah Dove in her AOR Hime purple number 200 Ford. And a pretty quiet race, comparatively speaking.
Would you like an incident count?
Oh, yes, please.
Because we've had some victims of it.
Oh.
Thomas Coombe, Jeremy Hoppe, have unfortunately become victims of the incident count. We've got very close for the likes of Boy Williamson, Sebastian Riesmuller, Marco Zelenica, Sarah Dove, Evan Imre, Christopher Pfeffer. All these drivers need to be very careful going forward.
Very, very much so. Oh, Holstein and Scapers very, very close together. Battle for fourth. The Comrade Gaming Black 109 Porsche now having a crack at Scapers. There he goes. Slipstream on the inside of the... Oh, it's going to have the inside for Lakecom. And that is Holstein. He's got him up into fourth.
And that is all because Mike spun at the bus stop on the lap before.
Oh.
He was right behind Dominic Gadamer, and he's now... And he's become he's now down to 5th place.
That's very true.
So yeah, that's a rare mistake from Mike, to be honest.
Yeah.
Promotes Dan Sazowski back onto the podium.
Indeed he does. Yeah, 2:17.5 for Scapers last time around, so lost 5 seconds to everyone around him, and he's going to find it pretty hard to gain 5 seconds in the remaining 16 minutes, considering how close the pace is between the top guys.
Yeah, it's I assume it was an unintentional pun to say last lap or 2:17 last time around after he just spun, but you know,
a totally unintentional pun, but I'll take it.
Oh, Ronnie Gibbons and Ivan Costa. Yeah, I think Iowa is just struggling a little bit now in these final 15-20 minutes. It's also worth pointing out that these tyres, they can go the whole distance, but they definitely do feel worse, and if you're not used to that, certainly on the Ferrari, they can be a little hard to keep the pace up for. Yeah, we've got a lot of debutants this season, and I don't think any of them have done too badly at all.
Absolutely.
Ivan Costa jumping into a pro category, not too shabby.
Certainly not, and running. Started 8th and still in 9th position overall. So and still with Marinsky and Klima, he's not fallen miles off the back of anybody. In fairness, so a decent debut for Overcosta, as previously mentioned. Scapers has fallen actually out of slipstream range from Holstein as well, so Scapers is struggling to get back into his rhythm, it would seem.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just lit the tyre when he spun. He kind of kept his foot in it to make it a donut, which looks spectacular. I'll give him that, but it burns your tyres, and I wonder if he's just suffering from a little bit of lack of rear grip at the minute because of that. Yeah. But he's within slipstream range of Holstein, so we'll see what happens as the remaining 7 or 8 laps continue. But I doubt he's going to make much progress further forward.
Oh, Marinsky's having a look at Klima. He couldn't make the move any earlier than he did, though, as he works his way through the field. Oh, wow, look how close he gets. He is keeping the pressure on that 110 Porsche. Oh, who's that that's staying out of the way? That'll be Williamson. Yep, Boy Williamson not getting anywhere near anyone's way. Well played. It cost him a lot of time, but obeying the blue flag rules, very nicely done. Oh, go on.
Mr. Holstein looks to be having some connection issues for a second.
Oh.
It looks to have stabilised now, but he was blinking in and out for a moment.
Well, I thought Gibbons was having a crack at Costa then. That's very close, though, on the exit of Blanchard. It does look like he might, but I think he is just holding position behind, as Scott McCracken is 17.5 seconds down the road.
We should just point out Merlin Cooper is running around now behind Nicholas Domino, 26th and 27th overall. Oh, that's scary. I heard the sound of tyres as the camera cut to them at the top of Rouge. Someone's died, haven't they? But Nick Domino has proven once again that he's hard to overtake. So Merlin's got a tough 13, 14 minutes to go to try and make up more positions.
And that's for 4th in the AM class, so it's definitely worth fighting for.
Yep, as we said, it's a much more reduced point system, so only the top 10 in class score points.
Scapers on the back of Holstein. That's for 4th. Here's the Ford's in a much stronger position to attack now. Eau Rouge. Radeon. Yeah, Radeon Screaming Tyres only ever has one outcome by and large, so I know exactly what you meant there. And wow, Scapers, he was gaining and gaining on Crest then, but then suddenly that pace just stopped. So
I wonder if he lifted.
That's why I was wondering, but why? He was right at the beginning of the Camel Straight. Why would he lift there unless he's preserving tyres?
I was having a lesson. Yeah, he lifted. The only thing I can think is perhaps he did have. Let's point out he did have a quicker pit stop, so I wonder if he maybe took a little bit less fuel to try and get track position, which I know is something some of the drivers tried last season, and then tried to save it towards the end, kind of panicking. But I wonder if Mike's trying to salvage something, or whether he doesn't want to go too early.
That's the thing, isn't it? Is that he doesn't want to leave himself open to a counter-attack, does he? Oh, that's Gibbons on Costa. I was looking at Marinsky and Klima, and suddenly Ronnie Gibbons found himself alongside. I don't actually think Gibbons went for the move. I think he just ended up finding himself alongside Ivor Costa then. Kind of overtaking by proxy almost.
Yeah, it's sometimes if you just have that much more grip, even without me, you can just find yourself with, I can't, if I go slower, I'm going to lose time. Yeah. I don't really want to fight you, but I need to move.
Absolutely. So less than 11 minutes remain, roughly 5 laps of this lovely track here at Spa. Einar Marinsky still keeping the pressure on Claudio Klima for 7th position. The BMW so close to the back of the Porsche as they complete another lap. 31 down. As again, Gibbons in the background looked like he was trying to shape up that move on. I think just Gibbons has got more grip than Costa's got.
Yeah, I think Costa's just struggling with the grip, to be honest. It's last lap was a 13.2 compared to a 12.2 best lap for Ivor Costa. So yeah,
here comes Marinsky. Oh, he had a bit of a wobble at the top of Radeon. And Klima defends that inside line as Marinsky picks up the toe once again, jumps out from behind the Porsche. He's going to go, he's committing to it, he's going for side-by-side at Les Carmes. Who's going to be bravest on the brakes this time? And no, he couldn't hold on to that side-by-side. Well driven from the pair of them. And Gibbons has actually got ahead of Costa now. Yep. So he's fed up with being sat behind him. What's Ronnie's instant count?
He and I are on the same. They're between 10 and 15. Just to point out, I don't want to be giving them the exact, because I don't want people to be using it if they're listening, if they've got team members listening on the stream. So I'm going to be a little vaguer with it this season.
I see. Interestingly, Pfeffer has come into the pits again.
Oh, I suspect that might be a fuel miscalculation.
He was stationary for 6.5 seconds.
That sounds like a fuel miscalculation.
Oh dear. So that's going to drop him down to 27th. Yep, Merlin Keeper's gone through. Yeah, that's dropped him quite a long way behind, 30.9 seconds behind where he previously was, because that's the pit lane loss he's had due to that really, really short pit stop he has given himself. Cooper and Domino still having a battle for, what did we say it was? 3rd in the AMs? 3rd or 4th? Recount, 1, 2, 3. That's 4th in the AMs. And Nick defending exactly when he needs to. The inside of Les Carmes. And still Merlin Cooper cannot find a way past. Great stuff.
Yeah, this is a few battles still going up and down the grid. We've got Evan Imre and Victor Mateos of 20th overall. Evan also looking like he's having a slight connection issues. But he's up 19 positions now since he started all the way down in 40th place after not getting a lap time in qualifying. So it's great recovery from him.
Indeed. And Scapers on the back of Holstein. That battle still goes on, with the Ford too far back from the Porsche this time around to make a move. Marinsky and Klima. They, however, very different picture. The BMW still chasing the Porsche down the road, but doesn't make the move this time. They've got a back marker in the way as Klima is he flashing his lights? I think he was flashing his lights then, but that's actually allowed Marinsky to get right under the rear wing of the Porsche. I think Claudio was very cautious coming into Les Combes, and suddenly Ina pounced on him. So, oh, that's close coming through Bruxelles. Who is that that's ahead of him? Don't know.
Michael Drexler's up the road.
Oh no, there's in car as opposed to position. Is it Washington? No. Possibly Creighton. Parsons? No, not you either. Don't know. There is. I thought there was a back marker there. I could be going completely balmy.
Well, let me just see if someone just got disqualified.
Oh no, there is definitely somebody there. I just can't see who.
The car directly in front of Klima on track is Michael Drexler.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's happened to... Oh, I'm getting Drexler and Skeppers the wrong way round. I was thinking, hang on, he was chasing Holstein earlier. No, that wrong Mike. I was Skeppers that was chasing Holstein. My bad. No back marker there at all. So is Drexler been struggling? Well, no. Last lap, roughly the same as Klima. So
I'll tell you what, though, he's got to get Wriggle on. Those two are going to get there to him if he has any mistakes. They're going to be right on him.
They are.
And I've got to say, Michael's had a great recovery after we were criticising him earlier.
That's true.
He's running in 6th place overall, and up from 14th on the grids. Can't knock it.
Yeah, very true. In fairness, and just to highlight what pace Gibbons has been having, he's caught back up to Marinsky and Klima. He's dropped Costa by 2 seconds. So
he's had a fantastic race. His last lap was his fastest lap of the race, and it was on the par with Dominic. It was faster than Dominic Gaydemayer's fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, I just seen that. Yeah.
That actually is the 4th fastest lap.
Wow.
Of the race.
That's a
so yeah, that's a great. He's having a great driver's run.
Here comes Marinsky again, but no, wasn't alongside enough to force that one. Although he's gonna keep on. He's going to keep on pressing that point, isn't he? Klima's still going to have to work hard to keep that BMW behind him in the closing stages.
Oh! He had a look. And he didn't quite go for it, but he made his nose available. This is a really great drive from defense from Klima, sorry. The BMW is undoubtedly a faster car in a straight line, and that should play to this track so much more than the Porsche. So this is a great defense from Klima.
And it's a Ferrari that leads the race by 8.3 seconds as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've actually got to go down to... No, you've got to go down to Klima. No, actually, Marinsky. He's our lead BMW.
Yeah.
Wow.
Consider this time last season, there would have been 2 BMWs in the top 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, we had an army of BMWs last time around, so...
New car.
Balance of power going on?
It was balance of power potentially, and it was also a new car.
Yeah, true. It was last time.
And people get excited to drive a new car, and I know Dan committed pretty early, saying that this season he would drive the Porsche. So yeah, it's just down to preference.
Indeed. Caroni starts lap 35, 3 to go. So
this is a masterful performance from Caroni, by the way.
Absolutely.
And
stunning.
just to point out, this is how good he is doing. He has no instant points.
Nice. No incident points
He's
at
the only
Spa.
driver with no incident points.
Yeah, no incident points at Spa.
Fastest lap, no incident points, and I think he's led every lap.
Except for pit stops, yes, I think so.
No, he stayed out, didn't he? He was the last to pit.
Oh, Marinsky! Marinsky on Klima, side by side now. I am trying to remember whether Caroni lost the lead when he came. No, yep, you're absolutely right. And he's got it done. Marinsky has finally gotten past Klima. Yeah, say a big pardon. I'm just remembering now that Caroni pitted a lap later. I thought he was going to run out of fuel, and then Merlin Cooper did run out of fuel, didn't he? Sorry, wrong button.
This is a really masterful performance from Caroni.
Yeah, brilliantly done. Absolutely awesome work. Oh, Marinsky, I don't think you're gonna have to get on with it if you want to shake that Porsche, because that tail is getting loose on the 184 Mayella HCR Scuderia BMW.
I wonder if Klima can stay with Marinsky now.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, Gibbons will pounce. We've seen how great Gibbons' paces. So we'll see what can happen. But I wonder if Klima's still got a little bit left to fight.
We'll see. As Draxler's just gone out of the shot. 1.4 separates the Ferrari and the BMW. So it's go on.
Just to update further down the grid, Merlin Cooper is still behind Nick Domino. Renault Luke is chasing Richard Fletcher, and Victor Mateos is still ahead of Evan Imre.
Yeah, they've been like that for a while, but the closest of those battles mentioned is definitely Cooper on Domino. Domino parking his car right in the middle of the road, but wandering over to the right, absolutely fine. Defensive maneuver to make. Cooper side by side with Domino. Oh, that's close. And no, well defended from Domino there to maintain that class 4th position. Is it 4th? I've said it and doubted it.
Oh, God.
3rd. No, it's 3rd. Who's dropped out of the... Oh, no. I missed Fletcher. Sorry. Beg your pardon. I thought Fletcher had disappeared. No, but that's just me being blind. And so that is class 4th. So close.
Yeah. Merlin's really trying everything he can to get past Nicholas at the moment. He threw it so fast into Po1, and sometimes that can work just as a distraction technique, just to scare your opponent. But it didn't work in this occasion. Nick is, and I've raced against him. He's incredibly hard to overtake.
We'll jump back to the battle for 7th with Marinsky and Klima. Gibbons wasn't following the slipstream of the two ahead of him. He's like, no, I'm just going to watch this battle. I don't need to overtake you. I'm not going to do anything silly. I'm just going to watch it.
Yeah, Gibbons over 20 seconds now ahead of 2nd place Pro-Am Scott McCracken. Although Scott McCracken is under pressure a little bit from Ross Woodford, but got on his own is 10 seconds pretty much ahead of 3rd place Robin DeVille for the Pro-Ams.
Indeed. So I think unless something catastrophic goes on in the final few moments, the checker flag is about to come out. Oh, Caroni's not going to beat it. Or is he? Oh, now the checker flag's caught us out before.
It has. This could be very close.
10 seconds until the flag comes out.
He should make it. You wonder if he can slow down.
No, the flag's out.
It's over.
The flag is out. Over. So your winner here in Spa for the pro category, and he knows it, is the 113 Satellite Racing Jared Caroni. Very nicely done. 2nd is going to be Dominic Gadimer, and Dan Sasulski, our current champion. All go on.
Klima and Einar Marinsky side by side coming down towards the braking zone.
There's a lot of flashing going on there.
There is.
I wonder if that was Gibbons again, but I couldn't quite see who it was that was actually doing the flashing. Oh, and Marinsky holds onto it. Just and only just. Gibbons is the one flashing. He is our Pro-Am winner. Very nicely done. Is that the first time he's won? First time
it might be. It might be. He's come close a few times, but I don't think he's ever managed to do it. I think this might be his first one.
Nicely done, Ronnie Gibbons. Here comes McCracken to take 2nd in the Pro-Ams. He's been chased home by Ross Woodford for 12th overall. And 3rd is going to be DeVille. Oh, such a long way back. Oh, no, Renault Luke! Oh, no, Renault Luke in the dying moments of the race. What's happened? Oh, he's dropped it at Stabilo. Oh, no. The V3 Racing 230 Porsche has gone all horribly wrong. Where's our AM winners? Richard Fletcher, there he is. He's still, he's just completely on his own. He's miles ahead. 9 seconds ahead down the road from Victor Mateos. Here comes Richard Fletcher, the Privateer 344 Ferrari, to take the AM win. There is Mateos, who's being chased home by Evan Imre and Daniel Page. And Sarah Dove actually is in that group as well. 2nd place in the AMs to Victor Mateos. And 3rd is going to be the AM champion of last season, Jamie Smith. So once again proving he just didn't give up, did he? It was looking quite grim for him for a while. And over the line for Jamie Smith. Nick Domino's lost his tail, hasn't he? Merlin Cooper's gone. Did Merlin Cooper get hit with the incident?
Disqualified.
Oh, no.
I wonder if that was contact.
Oh, again, we don't know on that one, but
I'll have a look. Let's see if we can see it.
There's Sylvia Moraine. And, Pfeffer is slow. I think Pfeffer has pushed the fuel limit a little bit too much. Pfeffer is very slow. But is the last man to cross the line. Oh, he's gone. So, no. He lagged. Sorry, I thought he'd pushed the fuel a little bit too much. That's Pfeffer, the last man over the line. So, to confirm the results then, or as they currently stand, Karoni being the overall winner. Then it is Gadamer, Sasulski, Holstein, Scapers, Drexler, Marinsky, Klima, Gibbons taking the Pro-Am win. Costa, McCracken, Woodford, DeVille, Gaillard, Slumans, Langham Service, Bennett, Richard Fletcher taking the AM win. Mateos, Imre, Page, Dove, Smith, Luke, Domino, Moraine, Pfeffer, Cooper, Zelenika, Parsons, Washington, Reithmuller, Williamson, Yardley, and those that didn't see the flag were Lamique, Hitchcock, Norman, I think, did see the flag, just 10 laps down. Hoppe, Foku, Coombe, Kleiber, Nikolan, Parkinson, Bell, Vila, Martins, De Bruychek, and Lindholt. That's a lot of people. That's a hell of a lot of people. I was going to
say, I can't wait to end, and then it never ended. There's a lot of drivers in this league, isn't there?
That's why I was suddenly really casual about it. I was only going to be few, and just carried on and on and on. Wow, that was a lot of people that succumbed to the ways of Spa, unfortunately. But not all of them were incident limits. Some of those were accidents, of course. But my goodness.
I will say, Mr. Cooper, he managed to overtake Domino at the bus stop. Went around the outside of him. It was a lovely move. And then he defended into Lecom and defended into Bruxelles. And then Namie ran wide and got an instant point and disqualified.
No, what a shame.
Yeah.
All race long for such a significant portion of the race they've been fighting, and for it to end like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes.
Who wants to have a chat to us?
Oh,
Mr. Karoni and Phil Reed, who wasn't in the race.
I think we'll give Phil a...
we'll give him a bye on this one, I think.
Yeah, let's get Mr. Karoni.
Oh, please do. Hello, Gerard.
Hey.
Well, that's one way to see the season off. My goodness me! What incredible pace, sir!
Yeah, I take my revenge from last season.
Yeah, we commented on that you started a bit late in last season. It took you a while to get into it. We saw some real great pace towards the end of this season, and then today you got an absolutely blitzed it. Well played, sir.
To be honest, I had the help from someone, and he gave me a very good setup. So at least I think I will be the same pace as the other, and with this one I was 3 tenths faster.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Are you confident you can maintain that pace through the season?
Yeah, we'll see. I would prefer if it was a bit more closer, like in qualification. But I hope win some more races.
Well, we very much look forward to that. Bon, c'est magnifique.
Merci.
That's all I can remember from French I did many years ago.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Gerard. We look forward to chatting to you again in the for the remainder of the season.
Thank you. See you.
Right, Mr. Holstein, I think.
Yeah, Mr. Holstein. Yes.
Hello, Wycombs.
Hello, everyone.
Well, how's the Porsche working for you? It looked like you had a lot of work to do.
Oh, it's working quite nicely, actually, again, It's been a while since I've been driving it, and I think, that showed pretty much in qualifying, as I got qualified by my teammate by half a second. I don't know how that happened, but once the race got going and once I got into rhythm, it actually was quite good, and picked up the pieces in the end, I guess.
Oh, goodness me. So, a strong qualifying performance, although, that...
Not really. Not really. 7th, I mean.
Well, okay, not quite so bad. I was trying to gloss over that a bit. So, thoughts for the season? How are you thinking the Porsche's going to perform for this season?
I mean, it shouldn't be really too bad. I've had great experiences with it really in the past, and since the update, I think about 2 seasons ago, it also got a little bit better straight line speed now, so that's definitely helping. And I don't know, it's just really fun to drive, and really nice to be consistent with it. The tires are not that much of an issue as in the Ferrari, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I mean, a good start to the season, I guess. Good team result as well, which is always good to see.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
How did you manage to get so close to Dan Sosowski through the pit stops? You were like 3 seconds behind, and then you were attacking him.
I think it was only Dan that actually lost time. The gaps to everyone else actually stayed the same. You probably need to ask him, because I have no idea. I just had a normal pit stop, really.
Oh. Okay then.
Fair enough. So I was going to ask you actually about the recent alterations to the Porsche. What have you noticed in particular has gone on with the Porsche?
Well, yeah, obviously, I mean, just in comparison to the Ferrari, less straight line speeds, better tire management, better traction, stable through the corners, but very, very difficult brakes to manage, I would say. Definitely, maybe the trickiest out of any GTE car. But yeah, I mean, it has its advantages and disadvantages, and I think this is a balanced track actually. So, and I think we did quite a good job, I guess, today. So, yeah.
Yeah, no disagreement from me on that one. Great effort. Well done, Mr. Holstein. And yeah, good luck for the remainder of the season.
Thank you very much.
There's no one else, is there, Mr. Stevie?
Unfortunately not.
And Discord is being difficult with us again, so now seems a good time to wrap this one up. Thank you very much to those that have been with us throughout the stream. A great pleasure to have you alongside us for this race. Thank you very much, Stevie, as always, for joining me in the commentary box. A great pleasure, good sir.
Yes, it was a good way to kick the season off, Spa at night. And it was good to see a very competitive grid once again. We are back next week for another round of this 12-round season. And we are at Watkins Glen, which I can't wait for. Yeah, see you next week, I guess.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you very much to our sponsors. Without you guys, AOR would not continue to grow. As Steve said, we will be back next week for round 2 of this season. But there's plenty of racing going on in between then and now, so check back with us for more AOR action. Thank you very much, and good night.